So I arrived here in 2013, so I'm coming up to 3 years into the contract. It was a contract that was let, and the name across the front was "This is a partnership," and then there was a contract that described anything but a partnership. Something that we've worked on immensely hard with Sopra Steria, and they've been a fantastic partner with us through this, is actually turning that contract around and making it become outcome focused, less reliance on numbers, more focus on the impact of the services that they provide for us and to our communities, and focusing on the quality. I sit here today really confident that we operate in a true partnership. We very much work as one team, focused on making our communities safer and helping them to be stronger. And I think for us, ICT is one of the huge differences they've made here. And it's fair to say that in 2010 we had a really struggling architecture around our information systems, and they've really turned that around for us, and particularly in the 4 years that I've been here, I've seen some huge improvements there. A really great example of that is how the local Sopra Steria team have really exploited iMAP and all the information that we hold behind the scenes in Storm and also in our records management system, and how they've now got iMAP operating in a way that means operational officers and staff can have direct access to information about the areas that they're policing. Now, without the support of Sopra Steria, we wouldn't have developed that here.
So what it does, it allows us to search for where we are. So, for example, if we go to a particular incident, a damage or a theft, it allows us to search where we are. It allows us to look around for things like where's CCTV in the local area, has there been other crimes in the area of a similar nature, is there any intelligence that can help us, or who's maybe hanging around in that area, which people live in there. So it helps us daily. We can get quick, easy results that allow us to spend more time investigating that crime than going like around the houses sort of thing. And this allows us to do our work in the car as well, so we don't have to keep going back to police stations to check maps there. It means that we're visible, we're in the communities, they can see us doing our job.
I think the other enormous piece of work that Sopra Steria have done with us is helping develop a product that they now call PrediKt, which is built on all the information and data that we hold, and helping us use that in a way that we can take all the data that we've got for the last 5 years, try and make some predictions about what demand will look like going forward on a whole range of different incidents, and actually then apply that into our resourcing models. So even on a weekly basis, if we wanted to, we could test whether we're going to have the right resources in the right place at the right time to deliver the services that our communities demand. That's been a fantastic innovation that has been developed here locally in a joint piece of work with Sopra Steria, and that's had a huge impact. Flexibility in this environment has to be key. The contract was let in 2010 in advance of finances becoming as tight as they are now, and Sopra Steria saved a recurring £7 million for the organisation through that contract every year. And that was a great thing, but unfortunately that wasn't enough, and the saving wasn't enough. And Sopra Steria have worked really hard with us over the last 2.5 years to actually drive out further savings from the contract. So as a result of that, we now sit here, we're saving around £9 million a year. So financially and working collaboratively together, we've strengthened the contract, we've focused it on quality, delivering a far better service for our communities, and Sopra Steria have worked with us to reduce cost, which has been an amazing piece of work. I can't see anything that we now do that Sopra Steria haven't had a part in helping us shape and helping us improve. It has very much been a two-way street in terms of that. So without them working with us, I wouldn't have seen the recent rises that I've got in public satisfaction, and I wouldn't have seen us be as effective as we are through the criminal justice processes in what has become financially more time for all partners, but actually us seen as being a force that is achieving well above the standards that are required in terms of that.